Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about this super fun felt embellishment that is like a travel coffee cup. I think it is so cute. It can be a standalone embellishment. It could be the cover of another coffee journal. I think you're going to love playing with this, and I want to show you how I made it. Hello everyone, my name is Lolly and welcome to my channel. So for this project, we're going to use the new Freedom cordless 25-watt Freedom full-size glue gun by AdTech. And as you can see, it is fully cordless, has a wonderful, wonderful base to support that. The charging cord is C to C. When the light turns green, you just turn it on, let it preheat for about 3 minutes, and then we are going to be using their wonderful low string glue sticks so you will have less mess. And while that is charging, let's talk about our die set. We are going to use this set by Elizabeth Craft called Takeaway Cup ECD 2193. Now, yes, you can use dies to cut on felt. It depends on the felt you're using, the dies you're using, and the machine you're using. I ran these through 3 passes. Some parts it cut out well, some part it just indented and I had to snip the fibers. So I cut out 2 for the front and back. I cut out a third, and then I hand cut to get the this piece inside smaller than that. I cut the lid piece out, lid piece, then I cut this part here, which is the little safety sleeve. So once that is all done, we are going to work with this. Now, while it's heating, I want you to see this wonderful fine point nozzle, and I think you're going to be really happy with it. It's got a really good feel in your hand. I feel like it's something solid. I love that it's not going to be falling over. I do like to use a silicone pad under my work when I'm working with hot glue. Since this doesn't drip as much, it's not as necessary. Sometimes in my clumsiness, I accidentally leave something on its side, and that just kind of helps protect your surface. But you will find that this is fully functional up like this. Okay, so what we're going to do is also, we are going to grab some clamps, because although this is quick grabbing and this will be permanent on the felt, that the clamps will help me to hold the project so it's not coming apart, or so I keep it aligned. That's better use of my terminology. I want to keep my project aligned while I'm hot gluing it. So you can use this on fabric, paper, wood, plastic, other materials if you want a permanent hold. Okay, let's get that started in here. We're going to feed it in as far as it will go. And then you can see I can just start pushing it a little bit until it hits that part of resistance. Once it hits the point of resistance is when I can start doing this. You notice when I squeeze this, how you see the light even coming on. Do you know what that's for? This is brilliant. Now look when I'm working. Is that brilliant or what? Okay. There we go. So with this on here, this is going to be padding. So it's almost like a, batting on here. But I want to just put a little dab there and tack it down so this is not sliding around as I'm working on my project. And you can see it is already held completely well. There are no strings at all. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to get this really lined up and double check my work, front and back. Okay, that looks good. So now what I'm going to do is do this, and I'm pushing down that edge right there because I want the front and back to go together around that. And I'm also, while I'm doing this, I'm also getting the batting in there as well. So I do a little dot on that white part, and then I finish the edge right here. Now see, I'm not having to clamp this once I glue it because it is an instant hold. Very instant. Like I said, my clamps are only there for the purpose of me lining it up before I glue, but look how fast this is. I'm getting a little bit of glue on both sides of that lining there. This is going to make the most adorable little embellishment. And voila, that is how quick that is. And I have this super cute piece there. Now for this, I do want, again, to just line that up. Make sure that it's not going to wiggle on me. Do half of it, put that down, raise this. Again, there's hardly any drip there. I can't tell you how excited I am about this light. This is a game changer, and how fast this is. Now this is, again, I need to line this up because I don't want to start gluing because it is very fast, very permanent. And if you are working with a project that you are mass producing, look how fast you can create this whole project. There you go. Done and done. Now another thing you could do with this is you could actually put the felt on cardstock and glue it onto a journal, but you can leave it as felt and glue it onto a journal. You could use smaller die cuts, and you could glue a pin onto the back to wear as a cute pin. But another thing you could do is when you're gluing this, just glue the sides and make this a pocket to hold a gift card. This would make an adorable bookmark as well. Now I have these paper flowers that I'm going to add here for embellishment and layer them on there. Voila, so quick. And I have this little button to top it off for the finished project. One little string of this whole thing, and it is really hard to even see, and that's all that I've dealt with. So that is done. Now you could also add sentiments to this. This is absolutely fabulous, fast, and so cute. How adorable is that to give this to a friend? Again, this could be a bookmark. It could be an embellishment on the cover of a journal. You know, I just think this is so fun. This whole thing could be a pocket. We could have just used 2 pieces of felt instead of that lining on the inside and left the whole side open to use as a pocket, to hold gift cards, to hold cash, to hold whatever you want. You could leave the top open. So many possibilities. I think you are going to love working with this. It is sturdy, and look at that. Off it goes, ready for the next time. Now, the first time you use this, don't suppose that because it went through the first glue stick so quickly that it just goes through glue sticks. It's just the first one because it takes up the whole glue gun to get it all the way to the tip. You see? So that's all I've used. I have only used about that much of it. So for me, when I am working with a glue gun and I need to replace another stick, I like to put a little bit of hot glue right there, stick it onto the back, and then feed it through as normal. But it's not even necessary. So again, this is the Synergy Freedom new glue gun by AdTech. I think you're going to love how flexible, how dependable this is. This is the easiest charging and fastest charging glue gun I've ever worked with. I think you're going to love this system.